Blessings, everyone. Today I would like to offer an oracle reading, and this is from the Angel Guide Oracle from Kyle Gray. And I love all of his angel decks. They are incredible energy. They just embody the energy of the messages so beautifully. Today's spirit and the angels nudged gratitude. There's been a reminder, a very profound reminder the last few days of what a gift that this beautiful life is. And even though sometimes this time of year, a lot of celebrations are going on and some of us find it very difficult because we have lost loved ones, and it can cause a little bit of bittersweet experiences when the holidays come around. And also sometimes people, when they gather with their families, there can be a little bit of a challenge with certain things. Sometimes the dynamics can cause anxiety or some disagreements. So it's a difficult time because we want to be joyful and we remember that joy. And we understand the gift of life and how beautiful it is that we have the ability to celebrate, especially with our friends and family. But there's also sometimes that underlying experience of emotions because we're focused on some of that. And so the angels were very clear this morning, just reminding that it's okay. It's okay to feel what we have to feel. And it's okay if we have to set boundaries. It doesn't mean that we love anyone any less, or that we don't recognize the celebrations. Sometimes we just need to be allowed to feel what we feel, being authentic, and be understood and accepted for that. And as we move into this space, the angels were saying that it's how we ask people, how we show them how we want to be treated, simply by putting the boundaries up. Or if we're feeling a little sad and sentiment sets in and we have to cry a little bit, don't be ashamed of that. Don't put on the happy face if you're having a moment. And it's important to remember that during these times of celebration, as their moments, the moments of joy, the little sparks, the God lights, that there's also those moments in the heart that tug at the heartstrings, the sentiment. And as we celebrate the joy, we also have to honor those moments of sentiment that may bring a little bittersweet sadness, and we move through it. You'll be surprised, the more open we are with each other, the more we're starting to build on compassion and understanding, and that's what we need here. Everything else is a journey that's personal to us and our story. But as a whole, compassion is something that we could do with as a human. So first I would like to say thank you to Source for allowing me to be a medium of light. And I ask the angels to step forward to please bring a message for the highest good. I'm so grateful. Thank you. This first shuffle I do is in honor of Source. The second is in honor of Spirit. And the third is in honor of Soul. That beautiful story. And then, whoops. Okay, that was very clear. They want me to take this one. Cut the cords. And this is tying into the message that the angels brought through this morning for me as I was talking about. That sometimes we have to set boundaries. And as we do this, whether it's with family or friends, especially this time of year when there's so many different celebrations of so many cultures, that if this is something that's occurring over and over again, and the energies are no longer serving us, maybe our karma has been healed, and the interaction isn't something that needs to be forced anymore. And yes, I know it's difficult when it's, especially if it's a family member that we're going to be constantly around. And we may have to be in their physical presence. But what the angels are saying is that we can take back our energy. If we're having a difficult time and these relationships no longer serve us, this isn't an obligation here. That certain lessons that we've had with each other do heal, or have come to a point where nothing else can occur in that energetic exchange anymore. Sometimes we don't see something full circle. Sometimes it's not going to be healed in this lifetime. And it's something that we have to complete when we're in our fullness of spirit. And so the angels are stepping forward and saying, sometimes we have to cut the cords and let go. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to step away fully from being in their presence. But what we are learning to do is no longer having any expectations from the interactions. Whereas maybe before we were really trying hard to get along or see something eye to eye or have an understanding, a mutual ground. That we need to release this now and allow the exchange to be on a surface level for what it is, accepting that we're just on a human journey together, and that is one space that we can share. And when we cut our cords, what we're doing is we're saying that we're no longer going to allow any opinions or misunderstandings, accusations, disagreements into our energetic field. We're going to step away. And as soon as we have left that space, we can call back our energy. We can ask our angels and our guides to please help call back our energy and heal the bond that was once there, instead with a space of love and light. And please sever the ties in an energetic way that no longer serves for either highest good. And sometimes knowing that we can do that also helps us step into a situation. Maybe we have to go to a job and they're having a Christmas party if you celebrate. And there's a lot of discord. Not everybody's going to get along, especially in a working environment. And so what the angels are saying is that if we know that we're going into this, but as we're in the energies, we have the ability to even step aside for 10 minutes. If you could step into another room, go to the bathroom, and just call back that energy, put the protection over us. Just imagine ourselves as a mirror, and that any of the negative energies or discord that's coming to us just reflects back to those who are sending it out. And that's okay. It can bring a little bit of inner peace because we know that we have this ability to do that. And it gives us something to focus on. Sometimes it's just a matter of saying that I have to do this. But I also know my boundaries, and I know it's no longer serving me, and I'm not letting it into my energy. And the angels are also saying, as we cut the cords, we have to run our energy. We have to clear out the energetic body, the emotional body. All of these things get affected when we are in a situation where there is not any harmony. And it's so, so important this time of year, because we may be sitting with loved ones, friends or family, that is having a very difficult time. And it's a very heavy emotion. And if you're empathic, it's very easy to pick up on these certain things. And so the angels are saying, cutting cords doesn't necessarily mean that a karmic tie is no longer serving us and we're stepping out of their life. It certainly can be. I mean, if we're having a romantic relationship that's no longer serving us and we want to cut the cords for that, we understand the process and we know what's going to occur after that, and then we call back our energy. But if this is more of a situation where it wouldn't be so easy to not be in the presence, we can do this cord cutting on a different level and still be with the people that we're being around for the holidays. But we're not energetically exchanging anything. There's no karma to exchange. There's no lessons. And so it teaches us complete presence as well, because we're not stepping into anything that was or anything that we're assuming would be. We're staying fully present, and we're just accepting the exchange of energy on a very subtle level. It's not going to go in any deeper than what we allow. And so another thing that the angels are bringing my attention to is the swirls. And it's not a complete swirl, this is what they're saying. But it's partial. It's like a wave. And they're saying that this is the flow of energy, that we can have this energy around us. Can even see on the card that there's the swirls on the angelic image. There can be this energy on the physical body as well, and we need to move that, because we don't want it to settle. That we know that causes all kinds of things. When energy settles in the body, it becomes a stomach ache, or it becomes a migraine, or it becomes back problems. All of the things that we're aware of, we can balance that out simply by allowing the energy to continue its course. It doesn't have to come full circle. It doesn't have to become a cycle. If energy is moving, that's what it does. It just spirals. And we can move that away. We can have it spiral away from us. As long as we do, as the angels have suggested, and run that energy, find a quiet space. Just imagine white light coming through the crown chakra, all the way through all the chakras, spinning them and opening them, and just like a waterfall, cleansing the energy, the aura. It will move that and let it go back into the earth. The earth will regenerate it and transmute it. So again, the message is very strong and clear. It's okay to be authentic. It's okay to put boundaries. It's okay to cut cords. We have to let go of that guilt. Because if it's not serving us, it's certainly not serving the other soul that we're having the interaction with. And some of the most beautiful self-love that we can give, and also respect and honoring others, is by stepping back and not allowing that to affect us on the soul level anymore. Spirit will let us know when there's still karma or something to be learned. It doesn't hurt to stay open, even if it is a difficult exchange. There'll always be something. There's always something to learn. That's the glory of the life. It's continuous. But We don't have to absorb the energy. We don't have to absorb the negativity. And we certainly don't have to absorb any of the energies that don't serve our higher good. So they're pulling their energy back. Just know that you're loved. And during this time of year, if there's anything that we can take from this, is a simple bit of gratitude that though we may be interacting, or we may be having an experience of a little bittersweet sorrows, that we have the breath of life. And from there, that's the miraculous. Everything is possible. Much love and gratitude, everyone.